Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Good, you?
Doing good. So, this is episode 7 of
Grim geography.
Grim Geography. Now, this is on Phoenix Coldon, and we had already done the episode, but we hadn't posted it yet. And then we watched a couple more documentaries, and we realized that some of the information we had gotten was wrong. And there was a lot more to the story than what we realized. So we decided to redo our episode.
I mean, we also had bickered kind of right at the beginning because you tell a story one way, I tell it one way.
Yes. We had also, I had, because it was going to be my episode, but I did it out of order, or what she thought was out of order
It was out of order.
for her. And so it caused kind of a rift between us. But that's okay. We fixed it. We're going to go by the way she has it laid out because that's the correct way. And I will be able to answer some of the questions. And I have more information because there was a lot of information out there that wasn't true. So, whenever you're ready, we can start.
All right. So we have Phoenix Coldon, as you said.
Yes, her last name was Reeves originally.
She is the daughter of Goldia and Lawrence Coldon. She was born in California as Phoenix Reeves and raised there until her family moved for her father's job to Missouri, where she was adopted by Lawrence Coldon.
Yes.
So she was mostly homeschooled.
Yes, from about fifth grade on, I believe.
She did play a variety of musical instruments.
Yes.
She played a variety of musical instruments.
Yes, she played the piano, the violin, and the guitar.
And she was the local junior fencing champion.
Yes. And I guess she was pretty good. She had a lot of awards in her room that they were showing on this one that we saw.
Mm-hmm. On December 18th, 2011, Phoenix left her family home in a black 1998 Chevy Blazer at about 3 p.m. local time.
Yes.
Her father told the reporters that she was supposedly headed to the convenience store on the corner, around the street, or possibly a friend's house.
Yes.
And that would be the last time anyone in her family would see her again.
Anybody would see her.
I'm not saying anybody.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Because this is unsolved. We do not know what happened. So she technically could have left with somebody.
Yes, she could have.
That they did not know.
Yes.
So I apologize if it was echoey at the beginning.
Yes. So when we'll get into when the police found the car, but when she didn't get back by her 1 o'clock curfew, her parents started freaking out.
So her vehicle was discovered though at 5:27 p.m. and it was impounded at 6:23 p.m.
Yes.
So initially reported as abandoned and running. It was abandoned, initially reported still being running, which was later proven inaccurate. It was found 25 minutes from her home on St. Clair Avenue in East St. Louis. The vehicle was entered into the police database as abandoned. Thus, no one thought to contact the family or run the place to see who the car belonged to.
Yes. But this was also in Illinois, and they lived in Missouri.
It was not initially discovered as abandoned when investigated by Missouri police, as it was impounded in Illinois. The family was reportedly not notified of the car being discovered until a family friend was doing their own independent search, and found it in a tow yard. Upon an independent search by her family afterwards, the vehicle was discovered to still contain her glasses, her purse, her shoes, her ID, and a cell phone bill that had been sent to collections.
And none of that was true.
No, because on the documentary, when they dumped out the bag that her mom had that was of all the stuff in the car,
it was just like crap that you keep in your car.
It's like trash. It
was like
an
CDs, extra pair of shoes, CDs, and like you throw your extra pair of flats in the back because you're wearing heels.
Mm-hmm. So after her disappearance, all activity on her bank accounts, cell phone, and social media accounts ceased.
Yes.
DNA evidence was gathered from her SUV, but that indicated that no one had been in the vehicle other than Phoenix and her parents.
Yes.
So her parents have criticized the police, I would say,
Yes.
for not really.
They didn't take it
They didn't.
seriously.
The par- the police didn't take it seriously, and they didn't put resources into it that they the parents thought were not enough resources put into this. And I can understand.
Yes. Well, because she was an adult.
That was the thing. That's what the thing is like she was, what was it, 23?
Yes, she
She
was
disappeared at 23, but her parents had been treating her like she was like
12.
12.
Yes.
So in a lot of cases, as we have discussed in the past, um,
The mom was crazy.
as discussed in the past, when it's an adult that disappears, they're gonna look at everything else before they consider foul play, especially if there's no immediate signs of foul play, which was in
Yes.
this case, was that there was no immediate signs of
Yeah,
foul
there
play.
was so the cop that went out there didn't see any, things around the vehicle, a struggle or anything like that.
No. So, and then through the years, like since 2011, her parents have talked to like local drug dealers, sex workers, usually for any information that they can possibly get if they have seen Phoenix, if Phoenix was trafficked, because that's, I think, how they've looked at this, as either she has been trafficked or murdered.
Yes. And she is black.
Mm-hmm.
And the parents felt that if this had been a white girl this age, that they would have done more.
Yeah, and I can't agree here nor there because we've seen it go both ways.
Yes.
So their family did hire a private investigator, and they've been privately funding the search this whole time, and which led to the family home going into foreclosure and the family's life savings to be drained.
Yes. So it was interesting. The didn't the private investigator see she left on her own?
Yes.
So
And that is one of the working theories, which we'll get into.
yeah.
So during this, a lot of other information came out
Yes.
about Phoenix, as in you have it complicated by Phoenix's secret life, as they call it,
Yes.
which included a second birth certificate, a secret cell phone, and multiple boyfriends, leading to theories of foul play, human trafficking, or a staged disappearance.
Yes.
Because at the time, Phoenix was in college, and she had previously been living on her own.
Yes.
But as far as her parents knew, she was living with a female friend.
Yeah, but she was actually living with her boyfriend, Mike B.
Mike B, which her parents were her mom specifically, let's clear this up. Her mom specifically was against. Her mom was one of the strictest I have seen in a case cases.
She was losing her mind.
She was very
religious. When she went over to the apartment on days that she went over there, she looked through their closet, through drawers, through everything, looking to make sure there was no man there.
Uh-huh. I would.
So what was he doing? Moving his stuff to the car till she left?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I would have been livid
if my parents came into my house.
You came into my apartment
and looked. I mean, even if I was paying for it, it's none of my business.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, yeah.
It was to them because they were paying for it.
Yes.
But she ended up moving back into her home because her parents kind of were just like, well, we can't afford your rent. It was more to do with that they didn't want her living with a boy. They were going to cut her off, essentially.
Yeah, and they didn't want her living that life.
No. So
they did not approve of him.
No. They did not approve of him. So that was that was in the beginning of 2011.
Yes. It was August of 2011.
Yes. August 2011. Thank you. She was a junior at the University of Missouri at St. Louis, but what was interesting is that at the time of her disappearance, she was not registered to take fall classes, which started in August.
Yes.
She was still a registered student, but she was not registered for any classes.
So, and her parents did not know that.
No.
Nobody knew this till she disappeared.
Yeah. So, as I said, there is a couple of theories, including foul play and abduction, human trafficking, or a staged disappearance. So, because of where the abandoned vehicle was found, because it was found in a very crime-ridden area, as it has been described.
East St. Louis. Look it up.
It was coupled with the abrupt halt of all of her financial and social media.
But she had
activity.
taken some.
But at the time of the abduction, it was abrupt. No, she didn't do anything past that day.
No.
And then they suggest she may have been a victim of foul play or human trafficking. Which, okay, the play, we'll get into that because, like, I have opinions. So during all this.
Yes.
So a lot of people think it's staged disappearance, and I'm gonna just throw out that I'm inclined to agree with it.
So am I. After watching everything that I've seen and reading everything, she wanted to leave.
So what makes a lot of people so there is speculation with that. And there was two different cities. So if you've never heard of the the Charlie Project or the My Charlie Project, there's a website called Charlie Project. I want to say it's CHARLEY project.com or .org. I can't remember which.
It's probably .org if it's a
organization.
Yeah.
So their whole thing is they do a lot about disappearances, unsolved disappearances. And they list out only information, everything that has been released. But none of it's misinformation. It has all been fact checked.
Okay.
So on the website, they listed two possible cities. Two possible places that she could be, that she had connections to in some way, shape, or form. One was Alaska, and that was linked to Anchorage, Alaska, and that was through her second birth certificate.
Yes. But we'll get to that, but
there was no connection to Phoenix found in Anchorage.
No, they actually went up there.
They went up there and interviewed and did all that. They actually investigated that connection. The other one was San Francisco. And so this is apparently, I guess this is where she was born.
I don't know.
Or she has a connection to San Francisco. I want to say maybe it was where she was born, or she kind of grew up, or
her birth parents.
Or her birth parents are.
Yeah.
Because there was a belief that she was there searching for her biological father.
Which she had about $2,500 in bonds that she had cashed in previously, not since she lived home, but since before that. She had taken them out of the safe and had cashed them in. So she had this money, we believe. We don't know for sure, but she had done about $2,500, which doesn't get you very far.
Actually, in 2011, it kind of does.
Yeah, it would get you a plane ticket.
It gets you
and
a plane ticket.
Back then, you don't really need anything to fly.
No, you just needed a driver. You just needed some form of ID.
Yes.
And to get to San Francisco, I mean, and she could stay in hostels. She also could have had friends there. She could have...
Well, she could have been helped by many people.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It's a possibility. The boyfriend also could have helped.
Well, the second boyfriend could help too, the other boyfriend. Mike. There's two Mikes. Mike B is the one she lived with, and then the second Mike. So, it's possible.
All I'm saying, it was I'm going to stage disappearance.
Yeah.
I don't think she was trafficked or murdered.
Okay. You have got to watch the Oxygen one. That's a 2-part series with them. It's a reporter and the retired deputy police chief. They cover everything. There's also a crime junkie and a cold case files. Is that what I thought I said?
Yeah, yes. I believe so.
Yes. And so there's 3 that we can get. It was season 1, episode 3, or season 3, episode 1 for the cold case files. You definitely need to look into it.
So for me, I can kind of go either way, but I think she left on her own accord, or as I said before, I think her parents may have had something to do with it.
Yes. Now, that was something interesting that Peyton said because I never thought of it. But her parents, well, her dad is not that bad,
Her
but the
dad didn't
mother
have a
is
backbone.
crazy. He had no backbone.
Her dad didn't have a backbone. That mom ruled that family.
Yes.
And we've seen it in cases where the mom can be like over the top, and I could see her getting frustrated and just maybe.
Well, I guess they were fighting
Yeah, they
constantly.
were fighting a lot,
Yes. Uh,
especially leading up to the
uh,
disappearance.
disappearance. There was a lot of fighting, according to her friends and other people.
Who lived like right up the street
Yeah.
from them. So,
Yeah, they said it was bad.
yeah. So, and then because her mother was very controlling, and Phoenix was living
She had to
too.
be a ladylike person. She couldn't cross her legs because it might show too much of her skin. She couldn't be vulgar. She couldn't be the center of attention. She must carry herself like a lady. I'm just telling you some of the stuff that she said in that Oxygen interview.
You ever tell me that? This is my world.
Yeah, I can't imagine telling one of my kids that they had to do that.
This is my
She
world. You just
I
live in it.
read something about uh that she wasn't allowed to date till she got married. How the hell do you date until you get married?
Arranged marriage.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past this lady.
Someone from the church.
Yes.
It was
That
a
was the other thing,
mm-hmm.
was the day that she disappeared. They had gone to church, they had stopped at the store. She came home, she was outside December, outside uh playing shooting hoops, and then she just left. And the other thing is she went outside to make her phone calls. She did not stay in the house. She went out to the car and used the phone. And why would you do that? Go to your room. Are you afraid your parents are going to listen in? Sounds like it. The
I would
day
not
be-
put it past that mom to have her
that
room
day
bugged or something.
before, she had talked to Mike B 10 times, and the last call had lasted 116 minutes, but he couldn't remember what the call was about.
I don't think he just wanted. I don't think he wanted. I think he still wanted to keep her confident, and I don't think he wanted to share what it was. I think
I
that's
don't
what it
think
is.
so either, but he's been fully cleared by the police. But the parents say that he's shady and he's a liar.
Mm-hmm. So that goes back to me. I think it was a staged disappearance because I think she got tired of it.
I think so.
Because there wasn't obvious signs of foul play. The car was locked.
Yeah. But the bad thing about this one incident is if she left on her own accord, did something happen to her afterwards? That was the other thing I thought, because maybe she just left to get away from them and then something happened.
What also makes me think that because she also could have been in a psychological
Oh, we
breakdown
talked about that.
because what didn't come out until well after the fact was there was a video
Yes.
of her crying and looking like she was just in such distress, claiming she wanted to start a new life and she was tired of it. She wanted to start a new life. So that video of her crying makes me think that maybe it was a psychological break and she walked away. And I know how dismissive her parents were, but it's something that we've discussed before. No parent wants to think about their child going through that. No one wants to think that they were in such distress. Also, something we have discussed is that mental health is treated very differently amongst the different cultures,
Yeah, in the different
the
communities.
different communities.
And this was in 2011.
Back when it still wasn't predominantly talked about.
No.
And then with her mom being as religious as she was, as religious as she is, that adds just another layer
Yes.
to.
And she was paranoid and she thought somebody was following her.
Yes, that was
So
another one.
that was it. So this was I guess she had mentioned this to her best friend, that and her best friend goes, "What are you talking about? Who's following you?" And all of this was going on at the time.
Hmm. And as I've said, we can stay here and play devil's advocate all day.
Yes.
Wow, she's a very clingy pup today. This is our littlest one. This is Ruby. She's not usually this clingy with us. She's not clingy like that usually.
She wants to be clingy.
She'd be a good co-host.
She would be.
She has a lot of opinions. Her and the big white one has a lot of opinions. So we can say you're really devil's advocate, and I'll give this one. Phoenix wasn't street smart.
No.
That was confirmed by her friends, and it was confirmed by her obvious with how sheltered she was.
Yes.
Because she was sheltered during important growing years that
Yeah, her friend
you
said
missed
that she
out.
wanted to go to the prom. She wanted to, do all these things, but her mom wouldn't let her. Her mom.
Her mom. And the thing is that a lot of that time is important.
Yes.
Teenage years are important for people to start developing street smarts and all that.
It's
You
not
learn to
even that.
navigate the world.
Yes. I guess she,
And so my whole thinking is she also could have fallen into the wrong crowd prior to this. Because as we've seen, she had a secret life. Maybe she had different friends that way.
yes.
She could have fallen into the wrong crowd and not known it.
Well, her mom made that suggestion that maybe, she followed in with the wrong people and they hurt her or something like
And
that.
something could have happened that way before she realized anything was actually wrong.
Yes.
So, yes, and like I said, we can play devil's advocate and say maybe it was foul play, maybe she saw someone she was friendly with and was going through a mental break and they took advantage of that.
Yes.
There's so many different possibilities. And I know a lot of people are going to say, if she did stage her disappearance and disappeared willingly, why hasn't she contacted her family or the police and be like, I'm safe, I don't want contact with them?
Well, because maybe something happened after.
Maybe something did. Maybe she wanted total disconnection. She could have chosen to live off the grid.
Yeah. Well, the second Mike, the other boyfriend, he was interviewed by the 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 retired deputy chief who did the oxygen thing, um, and he really didn't want to talk. He said, "Talk to my lawyer." But he's not a suspect. He's not. So the people we're talking about, even though they were in her life, have been cleared. They don't have anything to do with it, or the police can't find anything to do with it. So they've been cleared 100%. Now the parents, I don't know how much they know about the other Mike. So, but
I'm going off. I think maybe he helped her disappeared.
Mike B or the other Mike?
The one who said, talk to my lawyer.
Mike, yeah.
I think he may have helped her, and I think he's just keeping cover for her. Or hey, he could have had something to do with her disappearance altogether.
Yes, he could have.
Just speculation.
It is. It's speculation. Now, what about the two people that in 2014 that said they saw her?
Okay, so there are the two people, yes, who have claimed that they've seen her. The one I'm familiar with is someone who was friends with her, claimed that they saw her at the airport.
Was on the plane with her.
On the airport, getting on the plane because they were sitting down. They were walking through the aisle, and they claimed that they saw her, and they approached her and all that, and she brushed them off, saying No.
But I just look. I must look like somebody you know.
Which happens whenever you lose somebody, like no matter what it is, you start looking for them in places. So you start seeing them in people that really aren't them.
Yeah.
But
So she thought enough of it that when they got off the plane, she went right to the counter and got a police officer, and they searched the whole entire terminal, and they did not find her.
what was interesting is that they had nothing had to have come of it because they also could have pulled like the manifest and the IDs that went with it. But then also I realized like back then you don't have the IDs. IDs
No,
aren't really
not in
tied.
2014. Yeah, because of
Real ID didn't go into effect until this year. And I mean like Pitts like here in Washington in SeaTac because I just flew through SeaTac. We literally we give them our ID, they match it to our boarding pass. They literally didn't catch my friend's misspelling on her boarding pass, which caused us huge issues trying to come home.
yeah. So
Because like Pittsburgh, do you know what Pittsburgh does?
what?
So they don't scan your boarding pass anymore. They take your ID and they take a photo of you and they run it through their software. I don't know, they're just trying to pull up whatever and they flag you that way.
To make sure you're on the no-fly list.
Yeah, essentially, I guess. Make sure you're not on that. Make sure you're not you don't have a warrant. Any of that, I guess.
Yeah. So the second person who saw her in 2014 or thought they saw her, he was in a gas station, convenient mart.
Okay, it was a gas station.
And in East St. Louis. And she was in the store. He tried talking to her and she blew him off. Now, if I lived in St. Louis and some guy started talking to me,
I have to give
I would have to move away from him.
I would move.
I would get away from him. I would stop him. I would get out of the store. I would do anything. Now, he said it was her. But,
So take it with a grain of salt.
You take it with a grain of salt. You don't know. There's so many, they say there's what is it? Somebody out there that looks exactly like you.
Oh, everyone has a doppelganger.
Yes. So I don't know.
The evil twin.
Yes. So I definitely want to hear from you guys what you think about this case. Because of the fact that, I think she left on her own. I think she'd had enough. I can't say that she didn't go off and commit suicide, that she didn't get in with the wrong crowd. I'm not saying whether she's alive or not. I'm not saying if she isn't living in San Francisco with her family, her birth family that are hiding her.
All I'm saying is I think she walked away, and I can't speculate past that. We can only speculate past that what happened to her.
Yes.
I don't think
that she was trafficked. I don't think so.
What I keep coming back to is the video and the fact the car was locked.
Yes, and all her stuff was gone.
Mm-hmm.
If she was being trafficked, they sure as hell wouldn't have taken her stuff.
No.
But there was no activity on her phone, which means she must have smashed it or taken the SIM card out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or dumped it. How close is there a river? East St. Louis and Missouri, isn't there a river between them?
The Missouri River cuts through.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a river. I'd be throwing my phone in there. We don't know how much money was on her. Yeah, I think the Missouri River is between them. There were only 4 Phoenix Reeves in the whole country at the time they found the Alaska one. 3 were totally not her, and the 4th one in Alaska, they actually flew up there because they had an address. But what was interesting about this one was that she had no relatives. She appeared right after she disappeared and was at that address for 6 months and then disappeared again.
So technically, she was a block away from Interstate 64.
Yeah, that's what they say.
And yeah, right up Interstate 64 is the Mississippi River.
Oh,
And then so you have the Mississippi River that cuts through Illinois and Missouri through St. Louis. Yeah, she was right near the Mississippi River.
okay. Well, the phone went into the river.
Mhm.
That's just my guess.
Yeah, she was right at 64 and 55. That's a pretty easy way to get out of town quick.
Yeah.
But I
Anybody could have picked her up and taken her.
Mhm. There could have been another car waiting. There's
There
so
could
many
have been.
possibilities.
So I think that is everything, but I definitely want to hear what you think about this and what you think about what your ideas, what happened to her. And if you can go out to the Oxygen one show, it's 2 nights or 2 episodes. You can get it on demand, and it's called The Disappearance of Phoenix Coldon. Uh, you definitely want to see the videotape that she made. It's her videotaping herself and watch what she says because it's kind of heartbreaking.
Mhm.
Okay, is that everything?
I believe so.
Okay, I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.